the first game on the men's side here in the Conference USA Championship. Pinckney Nicholson jumps center, and it'll be FIU to control it. Panthers 10-21 on the year, 5-11 in CUSA play. As we mentioned, 2 tight losses to Jacksonville State earlier in the year. Arturo Dean with the basketball. They get it to their big man, Pinckney. Now in the hands of Javante Hawkins. Under 10 on the shot clock. Hawkins goes to work, fading away in the paint, gets it to fall, and now that allows FIU to set up their pressure. Yeah, tough shot by Hawkins. I mean, he also 13 a game for FIU, along with Dean, 2 powerful scorers. Jacksonville State much more methodical on the offensive end, but it all runs through 24, Kiki Tandy. Marcellus Brigham drives baseline, kicks it out. Open 3 coming for Reynolds. That nearly missed everything. They keep the board and then throw it into the backcourt, and it'll be a turnover. Those 2 matchups earlier this season, a 70-63 win for Jack State back on the 6th of January. Tandy in that ball game, he hit 7 threes and ended up scoring 35 in that contest. And then the 2 met again on February 24th, just a 2-point win for the Gamecocks that time. FIU had a 3 at the buzzer that didn't fall, but we expect another good one tonight. The steal and the lay-in by Ivan Reynolds, the first points of the evening for Jacksonville State. Yeah, Reynolds doing to Dean what he does to so many others, steal the ball, poke away, nice run out. Hawkins throws it away, deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with the Panthers. FIU coming off a loss at New Mexico State in the final regular season contest. In fact, they've lost back-to-back games entering the postseason. Hawkins, deep triple from the wing. That's short. Fight for the rebound, and it's taken by Kiki Tandy. Yeah, you'll see. They don't want to push too much in transition. They'll take it if it's there, but they want to run great half-court basketball, passing, cutting, and then work to a great shot. And talking with FIU head coach Jeremy Ballard, he said, we can't just make it, oh my, look at the big fella. Mason Nicholson throwing it down. I really like Mason Nicholson, watching him all year. Matt, he's getting better and better every time he takes the floor. He's a kid that lost 25 pounds since last offseason and has really changed his game tremendously. Dean turns the corner. Tough shot. Teardrop goes down. Man, not only to make the turn, but to see help coming, lay it up high over the outstretched arm. Ball knocked out of bounds at the other end. It will stay with Jacksonville State. Here's the big fella from a moment ago. All 6'10", 280. And that's 280 after losing to 25. That's right. And Pinckney's got the size, but I mean, he's got the height, but he doesn't have the weight behind him that Nicholson does, and he just takes it up and flushes it. Reynolds with it at the top of the key. As I was saying earlier, Jeremy Ballard saying we have to just deny Kiki Tandy. It's not enough to make it a difficult shot. We can't let him get the ball. An offensive rebound, and that won't fall. Marcellus Brigham will head to the strike. You're seeing already one of the best things that Jack State does, and that's hit the offensive glass. And you know, FIU has the speed, but they have got to get back in and put bodies on people all night. So Brigham to the line for a couple. He had a big game in the second meeting between these 2 schools. Scored 15 in that ball game. A guy that, as you talk about, who are those other guys for the Gamecocks beyond Tandy? Who needs to step up? Brigham is one of those guys. He has the potential offensively to help chip in. Yeah, I mean, even amazing as Tandy is, he cannot do it by himself. He's going to need some help. I think he's going to get a little help in the post from Nicholson, but he needs a compadre out on that perimeter to help him score. It could be Brigham. Hawkins, a little hesitation, pulls up, had it blocked and taken away. The pass ahead of the pack for Reynolds. He slipped as he went up. Fortunate to kind of keep his balance there as one foot slid out from under it. And fortunate he didn't get hurt. Lipscomb thought about the 3, gave it up as he was covered quickly.
It's funny, Jacksonville State's already had a couple transition opportunities, even though they don't necessarily look to push. They certainly take them if they get it.
Hawkins, the runner, that rattled in and out.
That thing was halfway down. Nice decision there by Hawkins. I mean, you got to get out on him because he's got great three range, but when he gets past you to that little mid-range, he's effective also.
Reynolds with it in the corner. Now Tandy drives and kicks. They're going to leave Reynolds. He'll pump fake, put it on the deck, get in the paint, throw it up. No, offensive rebound. Big fella goes to the right hand, partially blocked, but the foul's going to go against Seth Pinckney. You know, we talked to Jacksonville State head coach Ray Harper today, and what was it he said? We have to be the aggressor.
That's right.
You've seen it so far on the defensive end, the way they've gotten into FIU. You've certainly seen it on the offensive glass.
Yeah, absolutely. They've not given FIU any easy looks on the offensive end. And, man, the guys in cream tonight are just pounding the glass. It's a big part of what they do.
One more coming from Mason Nicholson. In the first meeting with FIU, he scored a career-high 13 back in early January. In fact, you talk about him getting better and better. In non-conference play, he had one game of 20 minutes or more on the floor. In conference play, eight games of 20 minutes or more. He's getting better and better, and you're seeing the kind of impact he can make already tonight.
When the beginning of the season, he was like a big puppy dog. I mean, big hands, he was just running around out there. But, hey, he's turned into, and I mean this in the most complimentary way, a dog. He is the kind of dog that you want because he's a fighter. He's gotten better. I really love his game.
Well, you know Ray Harper, he looks for dogs. That's right. The kind of player he wants.
He has really worked and made himself into a great player.
High arching three off the mark from Wilcox, gets his own board, kicks out. Arturo Dean is fouled on the perimeter. That foul going to go against JUWAN PERDUE. And it'll get us to our first timeout. Well, Jacksonville State has been the aggressor early. They lead it 9-4.
Second opportunities and second chance points, the better they are.
Jacksonville State already out rebounding FIU 8-1 here in the early going.
Yeah, they've got to clean that up. They're too big, too athletic.
Jaden Grant handling the basketball, gets it in the hands of Hawkins. Late shot clock situation once again. Brewer has it, does he realize the shot clock? He kicks it out, Hawkins pump fake, just did get it off the mark. Physical in the paint, I tell you. Quincy Clark took
a forearm shiver to the jaw.
But the offensive rebound and now the travel as Jaden Brewer kind of shuffled the feet.
Well, I talked about how FIU wants to kind of play fast and shoot quick. They have not been able to do it. I am very impressed how Jack State has come out of the gate with their defense.
Ray Harper told us, we don't let them score, they can't set up that pressure. So that was kind of one of the first points of emphasis with his team today is we got to defend.
And he kind of challenged their pride, like, hey, this is championship time. Like, nothing's easy. And the game just comes down to just some who wants it more.
Another turnover. This time it was Travis Roberts getting the feet moving a little too quickly, so it gives it back to FIU. Okay, Chukwu Okeke checking in for the Panthers along with Petar Kovacevic. Hawkins hands it off to Grant. Kovacevic, pretty good three-point shooter, a guy that they think is getting better and better as the season goes along after a slow start to the campaign.
Watch, he'll kind of leak to a corner, kind of get himself spotted up for a kick out.
Foul call, that's going to go against Tandy, his first. You know, it's interesting, we watched Tandy in warm-ups. He was wearing like a heat pack on his lower back all throughout warm-ups. So something to keep an eye on with him.
I mean, right now he looks okay. We're a little surprised to see that wrap.
Obviously, they need him in a bad way. The leading scorer in the conference, he makes this team go. Kick out, thrown away. As Kravakovic not on the same page with Jaden Brewer, and it gives it back to Jack State. Just feels like FIU's kind of out of sync here early on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's because they're having to play long offensive possessions, and that's not their style. I mean, they want to push the ball, a pass or two, and then get a shot or a penetration. And again, I really like Jack State is really tightening it down on the defensive end.
Brigham gets it in the hands of Tandy, coming off a screen, rises up, left it short, offensive rebound for Brigham, bucket the foul.
It's a killer, Matt. Play defense for a while, shot comes off, and you give him another chance. Bring him in there, finding a seam.
They did the job making it tough on Tandy, right?
Yep.
That's job number one, but then you've got to finish the possession. They were unable to do it.
You see him miss, you can't relax. Like, you see, oh man, we made him miss, but again, it's a big part of what they do. I mean, they send guys to the glass, and that time Brigham garnered some great position right in front of the rim, got the bounce right to him, and three-point play.
An 8-0 run for Jacksonville State. Arturo Dean back in there now for FIU, third team all-conference. Need somebody to be able to create some offense. Jack State getting out there and guarding. And now a travel call on Kravakovic.
Yeah, he slipped and went down to one knee, and then he probably should have started dribbling, but he stood up.
Fourth turnover on the evening for FIU, and yeah, the knee went down. You're exactly right.
Hopefully he's okay. I don't know if it's a wet spot out there or something.
Well, that is something to keep an ide on. They're playing on top of ice right now. There's a hockey team that plays in this arena, so we'll see if.
No wonder my feet are freezing. Should have wore double socks.
May have to make that adjustment for tomorrow. Roberts left open top of the key three. That's too strong. Try to pass it up ahead. Dangerous feed. Dean right along the sideline, and he does step out of bounds.
And Javante Hawkins hit the ground hard and came up with his eyes watering, so I don't know if he took a shot in the chops.
Dean trying to.
Yeah. I kind of thought he might call a timeout there just to, as he was walking the tightrope.
This Jacksonville State team, they kind of limped into the postseason. They lost their last three. In fact, the last win they had was against this FIU squad back on February 24th. No signs of struggling here so far tonight, though. Brigham has it, backing his way in. Double team comes, kicks it out. Pull up, mid-range jumper, no, and the big fella Mason Nicholson smartly gave up on that rebound. He was about to go over the back. Aiden Grant gives it up. Arturo Dean, a quiet start for him. Good feed into Hawkins going baseline. He's got the big man on him
Nicholson
right now.
was lurking under there. That's why he didn't shoot it, but he might have the advantage out here.
Just couldn't quite get the handle. Looking for help. Dean, 6 on the shot clock. Into traffic. Knifes his way through 3 defenders and lays it in.
Wow, that was a thing of beauty. Talk about his motor. I mean, the guy just, both ends of the court. He just goes 100% all the time.
Here's that pressure.
There's a turnover.
And Dean comes away with it. Leads the nation in steals.
Amazing.
Closing in on 100, and now a little contact doesn't matter. Gets it to fall. He stares at that Jacksonville State bench as he makes his way back down the floor.
Well, that's what they need to do. That was a turnover that led to points.
Tandy, he's going at Dean now. Here comes the double team, the foul called. Look at Arturo Dean just galloping through.
Little floater, that's off of his steal.
That foul is called on Dean, his first. FIU gets their big man Pinckney back in the ball game.
Yeah, Dean, there's so much trust that Coach Ballard has in him, and he'll just let him roam and make decisions and leave his guy and go trap and come from behind somebody. And
sometimes almost no rhyme or reason.
That's what I mean. That's why it's so effective, and you don't know when it's coming or from where. And you can't do that with everybody. You can't just run around there like crazy, but he's got a plan, a purpose, and again, there's a lot of trust that his head coach has in him, Coach Ballard, to let him go do that.
was the second foul on Pinckney just a moment ago. So something to keep an eye on as he's in some early foul trouble here tonight. Lob inside, stolen away. And here comes FIU, full head of steam, the feed, and Wilcox lays it in.
Yeah, Wilcox, great defensive play, got the steal when they were trying to get it into Nicholson. Runs hard, gets rewarded at the other end.
FIU finally starting to look a little like themselves. The drive, the finish, good start for Marcellus Brigham. He's got 6.
Yeah, Matt, you talked about him kind of adding some scoring punch. So far he has.
Paint kicks out, 3-ball, high arcing 3 from Lipscomb, no good, and Nicholson pulls it down. Yeah,
Lipscomb's been kind of off and on throughout this whole season. They're going to need him tonight.
The winner of this one to get the 1 seed, Sam Houston, tomorrow. Reynolds going to back it out, slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, they'll give Reynolds a little space. He's not going to pull too often to the 3.
Brigham. Pump fake, now drives into some contact. Shot, no. The rebound and the throw down. Mason Nicholson. How about the impact he's had here tonight?
I'm telling you, man, the kid just keeps getting better. Held his position, didn't get an offensive foul from behind.
6.7 rebounds already.
Beast. Telling you.
And
Puppy has grown up. He's a dog.
Hey, and with Pinckney in foul trouble, he has an opportunity to really take over this game. Lipscomb gonna drive it. Nearly had that one blocked. Now tapped out. Brigham hits the deck on the floor, and he'll be tied up. Possession arrow points the way of the Gamecocks. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. The big fella having himself a ball game. Mason Nicholson with 6 and 7 early.
Get good shots, like the simple things that mean everything.
Yeah, and the things that you feel like he emphasizes probably on a daily basis anyway. Kick out, a little tall for Purdue. Now he'll put it on the deck, drives hard, lays it up and in. And that was a guy that Ray Harper specifically mentioned and said we have to get offensive contribution from JUWAN Perdue.
Yeah, kind of another guy that on various nights has come up big and certainly could tonight.
Dean off the mark on the 3. Jacksonville State up 8 points, and they have gotten a 0 from Kiki Tandy.
But he's done that a few times throughout this conference season, where he's quiet in the first half, and then he can just explode.
In fact, the last meeting between these two, 5 first-half points, 15 in the second half. Purdue, 3-ball, feeling it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Quincy Clark drew the attention with a little fake penetration, and Purdue had just enough space. That one looked good.
Lipscomb feeds inside. OKK gives it up. And get it right back to him on the wing. Goes into the paint, now looking for help. 8 on the shot clock. Lipscomb gets it to Dean. Rises up. Soft touch. That bounced on the rim 3 or 4 times before rattling through. Arturo Dean really has been the only offensive bright spot tonight. 8 points now for the Panthers.
I mean, and just when things look bleak, to get it to Dean, and he just creates off the dribble. Beautiful floater.
Clark takes a little contact up over the top of OKK, missed. Ball loose, and he got his own board. Now to Purdue, who goes strong to the rack for 2. Another offensive rebound. That's 8 offensive rebounds for 12 second chance points.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I made it. It's actually a key for both teams. FIU has to rebound, and then Jacksonville State crashed the glass. They are doing exactly that, and it is paying off for them big time. Yeah, Quincy Clark just, his floater didn't fall, but he stayed with it. He pinballed around, he grabbed it, and was able to find Purdue for another second chance opportunity.
A little flurry of offense from JUWAN Perdue. He's made his last 3 shots. Young man has played the most games of any player in Jacksonville State history. Been around the program for 5 seasons. In fact, he was on that NCAA tournament team.
Right.
He's the only one I think that's left from that team.
Yeah, they had a squad that year, a few transfers. And
Hawkins back in the ballgame for FIU. Aggressive take, left it short, rebound to Jacksonville State. And Ray Harper holds up both hands and says, just slow down.
Yeah, that's how they want to play. They want to play just good half-court basketball, not in a rush. Make the defense play long, hard possessions.
Like Bernie in the paint.
Good look,
didn't fall. Dean pulls the board. With only a couple of exceptions, FIU really has not been able to get out and run tonight. Hawkins, pump fake, got his man in the air, good feed down low. OKK passed up one look, spun and laid it in on the other side, his first bucket.
Very great possession right there by FIU. Great unselfishness, ball movement. Hawkins with a really nice pump fake.
Dean tapped it away, and now 10-second call. They never got it across the timeline. So a turnover will give it back to FIU on the other side, but this game has been dominated by Jacksonville State here early.
They're down, in this first half, but a lot of basketball left to play.
Yeah, as we've seen with FIU this year, there's a couple of turnovers and runouts away from being right back in it. Pitch on the wing.
If he could get a couple threes, that would certainly be something.
Dean's going to try one. That's off the mark. And Tandy comes away with it. FIU 0 of 4 from downtown so far in this ballgame.
Yeah, again, they've not had any easy looks, but they're second in the conference in made threes behind Liberty. And they just, not hit one, and the ones they've taken have been tough, contested.
Dean a little over aggressive there, picks up his second foul.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. The way he plays.
6 fouls now on FIU.
And we've seen, I like the way the game's being called. It's a physical game, but it's, it's a conference tournament now, so I like it.
There he comes. That is poked away by Hawkins. The smaller player comes away with the steal. If FIU can turn it into points on the other end. Pitch backs it out. Where they can find their offense without Arturo Dean on the floor.
Oh, yeah.
Circus shot off the mark, but Jaden Grant will get himself to the free throw line.
Took that thing full speed off the handoff and curled his way in there. And
that foul goes on Bernie. FIU, they've had to deal with their share of adversity this year. They lost Jonathan Abar to a season-ending injury in early January. That's about 7 points a game. They lost Deshaun Gittens to a broken foot in early February. That's about 9 points a game. So they've had to overcome those injuries, or try to here down the stretch.
And also, aside from the stats, those are minutes. And when you play the style that FIU does of up-tempo and pressure, like those guys coming in and giving other guys a rest, now you shorten that bench, and that makes it even that much more tough.
One more free throw coming for Jaden Grant. And the junior gets them both to fall.
And now they have a chance to set up that full court pressure.
Feed inside to the big man. Nicholson spins, gets to the right hand, and gets the friendly roll. Mason Nicholson has already exceeded his season averages in this game.
Well, we knew someone else was going to have to help Tandy. Brigham's help, Perdue's help, but man, Mason Nicholson has been dynamite.
And he shows up there with the block. Tandy now, full head of steam, off the window, the soft touch for 2, his first bucket of the ball game.
Yeah, he created a little space with his left arm. Laid it off the glass, really nice.
Tandy scores over 18 a ball game to lead this conference, gets his first basket there, just over 5.5 to play. He's been the other guys stepping up for Jacksonville State so far tonight.
Again, a lot of activity from FIU, but just nothing easy.
Oh, that wasn't easy.
No.
It went down for Jaden Brewer. They need to get him going. He's been a starter since that Gittens injury.
Yeah, kind of just a guy that can really slash. You saw it right there, turned the corner, high off the glass.
Right. Brewers led FIU in scoring each of the last 2 ball games. Clark drives, contacts. There's the big fella Nicholson. Saved it, they get it to Tandy. Kick out, open 3. Brigham had all day to set up. Maybe a little too much time, as that one's off the mark. Oh, what a feed.
Nice pass. Oh, yeah,
that's a goaltend. Great feed from Brewer. Dante Wilcox on the receiving end, so count the bucket.
Yeah, and again, from the rebound, Wilcox running hard. Nice to see the big guy rewarded. Easy goaltending call right there. Nice feed. And that's how they want to play. That's how they need to play. Taking, rebounds and run.
Clark handles the basketball. Here comes the double team. Tries to back out of it. Reynolds. Oh, he was looking to hammer. He rose up with the left hand. Oh my, couldn't convert, but will get himself to the free throw line anyway. Goodness.
Mean intentions.
He said, I heard Coach Harper saying be aggressive. How about this?
That's the definition right there. Wilcox just kind of comes over too late. Certainly can't get the charge. And the contest was just nothing but a foul.
Reynolds to the strike. That one rims off. Reynolds, a transfer from UC Bakersfield. He's given the Gamecocks about 4 points a ball game on the year. Already has that here this evening. Jacksonville State gonna pull everybody out. They can start setting up that defense as Reynolds ends up missing them both. Just a 7-point ball game. FIU kind of hanging around. At times it's felt like Jacksonville State was running away with it. Not so much as that one halfway down. They cannot get a 3 to fall tonight.
Yeah, good look by Krivakopich, but rattles out.
Tandy, how about that feed to the big man? Oh. Nicholson this time with the aggressive move to the rim. But Jacksonville State has one thing on its mind, and that is get to the 10 with authority.
Yeah, they moved the ball well. And probably a good foul by Krivakopich.
Yeah. Nicholson to the strike. Big man left that one well short. On the year, he is about a 48% free throw shooter.
Well, the other parts of his game we've said have just really come along. I mean, he'll work on that in the offseason. It's hard to kind of fix free throw shooting mid-season. Talk about a kid again. You just can't say enough about it. I mean, and it doesn't just happen. Like, he's working his tail off, and you're just seeing the dividends each game. That will look really good.
9 points now on the night. A kid that averaged 1.5 points per game in a season cut short due to injury, but basically, Ray Harper showed him some tough love in the offseason and said, get in shape or find someplace else. And he took that to heart, and you're seeing the results here tonight.
Yeah, they've got him for a couple more years, too. So.
KK kicks it out. Brewer. 3 ball. That goes down, and the foul. Krivakopich gets one to fall, and he'll have a chance to turn it into a 4-point play.
Yeah, his other one looked really good. They go right back to him, and he makes it count. Big-time shot right there.
FIU hanging around, trailing by 5. A free throw when we come back. The Panthers trying to climb their way back into this one.
Found a way to just grind some points and keep this thing in striking distance.
Krivakopich makes it a 4-point play.
Yeah, very impressive.
And on top of that, Naz, with the style they play, you kind of hope for that second half. Oh, man.
Get out of the way.
Boy, somebody. I just felt tremors in the arena, Naz. Mason Nicholson about brought the hoop down.
Javante Hawkins was underneath. Get out of there.
Oh, man, what a first half. He's having a career night.
He really is.
OKK kicks it out. Brewer now Back to OKK in the paint.
Good
Ball
help
on the
down.
deck, taken away by Jacksonville State.
Man, everybody got low to ball level. A lot of hands in there. They get the steal.
Tandy lob. He was looking for Nicholson. OKK able to knock it away, and here come the Panthers.
Man, look at Brewer push the ball.
Brewer looking to kick out. Hawkins wide open three, and that goes down.
See, that was Brewer. His penetration all the way deep into the paint. Everybody watched it, and Hawkins could set up for the three.
Andy nearly turned it over, and fortunate to keep possession for the Gamecocks.
Yeah, I mean, he was going 90 miles an hour in there. All five guys, you can see all five Gamecocks below free throw level, and that gave Hawkins a clean look. He could take his time, and he made it count.
Hawkins led this team in threes, 80 of them on the season. And he's another great story.
Absolutely.
Senior guard out of Lee Summit, Missouri, a kid that averaged under 6 points a game a year ago, over 13 this season. Completely took his game to another level.
Yeah, and Coach Ballard just talks about his leadership too, how he's just grown up and matured so much. He's teaching the younger guys what it takes.
Clark gonna pull the triple, left that one short. Kovacevic hits the deck, gets the rebound, and FIU comes away.
And we got a one-possession game
right.
here, man. That's a gutsy comeback here by FIU.
The drive, the left hand partially blocked. Nicholson came over and got a piece of it. Now Reynolds nearly threw it away. Brigham, nice grab. Gets in the paint, spins back to the right hand and gets it to fall. And Kovacevic may have taken an elbow to the face.
Yeah, on the spin back, Brigham kind of just went up. Elbow caught him, certainly inadvertently.
5-point Jacksonville State lead, under 2 to go here in half number 1. The 8-9 game of the Conference USA tournament. Here's a steal. Reynolds ahead of the pack, and he left it short.
I think he glanced back over his shoulder.
Oh,
no!
Brewer thought the official was a cutting teammate. I tell you, the pass was there. He was open, Naz. He was open.
The ref didn't catch it, but it was a great pass. No, the black uniforms, and I think that he saw the pants of the official.
I mean, it's not every day you get to throw a no-look pass to the official, Naz.
That hurts, because, I mean, they were making another run.
A timeout on the floor. Tough break there for FIU.
The play before, Reynolds, had the breakaway, but I think at the last minute, he just kind of looked over his head, and I love seeing him. These guys are just laying it all on the line.
I think with the parity we've seen in Conference USA season, we expect a week's worth of tight ball games. Clark backs it out. That one deflected, somehow found his intended target. Bernie gives it up. Brigham now the pump fake, took a little contact, didn't matter, laid it in for 2. Marcellus Brigham with 10 first half points.
Yeah, we kind of sung his praises, and he's lived up to it. Really good first half, took it right at OKK.
Kovacevic cut off. Goes out with a Lipscomb, right back to Kovacevic. No hesitation on the 3. Contested 3 goes down.
We've talked about Kovacevic, and again, they've been kind of waiting for him to explode, and he's had sort of decent games, but 2 big threes so far. One was a 4-point play.
He really started the season slow. He's a guy that's been better.
Yeah,
we mentioned he went through warm-ups wearing a pack on his back. Something we did not see at shoot-around earlier today. Clark, kick out. Open 3 from the corner. That goes down. A big one from Travis Roberts late in the half.
Yeah, Quincy Clark does that really well. I mean, penetrates, and you got to, he has a little floater himself at times, but seems like he can rise up and find a guy, that time in the corner, right in rhythm. I mean, he almost gets to where he could, you think he's going to attack at that time it was OKK in the paint, but rises up, pass right in rhythm.
FIU brings Arturo Dean back in for some offense here with the shot clock off. Dean being hounded by Reynolds. Drives with the left hand, kicks out. Hawkins gives it up, Kovacevic. And they get a whistle, and did he step out on the end line? He did, so a turnover with 2.5 seconds remaining.
Well, let's see if they can need to at least probably inbound this thing to mid-court here or get somebody on the run. And you got 2.5.
Couple of dribbles. They sling it up and over the top of everybody. That one was touched.
So it'll be way down here.
1.3 remaining. The official's actually going to get together.
Yeah, they may need to look at this to see if it was. From our angle, I thought it was too. I think that was Lipscomb that maybe.
They may head on over there and sort this out. And it looks like they're saying it was not touched, so they'll put time back on, back to 2.5.
To 2.5, and bigger than that, it's going to be, under the basket here for FIU. That's exactly what you don't want.
Yeah, the official just made his way over and let us know the same thing. So was not touched. FIU basketball, and a great opportunity now to try to get one right before the break.
Yeah, and you don't even have to kind of throw it up at the rim. I mean, you can throw it in, pump fake, take a side dribble. You got time to make a move and get a good look.
Hawkins going to be the one to trigger.
So Kravakovic could be coming off a curl screen. Lipscomb is a three-point threat.
Try to get back to Hawkins. He hoists at the buzzer and he beats it.
I told you, just enough time. What an incredible shot by Javante Hawkins.
High degree of difficulty on that three ball to beat the buzzer. They covered it well initially, but he just freed himself enough.
He doesn't need a lot of space.
And a big momentum lift for FIU heading to the locker room. As Jacksonville State leads it 37-33 heading to the break. We've got Ray Harper standing by. Coach, you're leading by 4. You only got 2 from Kiki Tandy. In some ways, you have to be excited about what those other guys did in the first half.
Yeah, we had some guys step up, but we've got to guard the three-point line a little bit better. I know.
You say every march, survive, and advance.
That's right.
Here we go. 20 minutes left. Who can move on to get the 1 seed Sam Houston tomorrow? Hawkins, quick trigger to start the second half. That's off the mark. Offensive rebound. He may get another crack at it.
Yeah, good job by Wilcox. Getting the Panthers another possession.
That one blocked by guess who? Nicholson got his big paw on it.
That's right. He's in the paint. Now he's defended out on the three-point line.
The kid has been everywhere. Jacksonville State going to slow it down. A play being called in from the sideline by Ray Harper.
Yeah, this is what they like. Half-court basketball, run a set, play some motion out of that.
Foul called. What did they get? Lipscomb, as he was trailing Tandy.
Yeah, did he kind of grab him? Yeah, kind of wrapped him up. A little hold there.
Yeah, Lipscomb whistled for the foul. You got to think Jacksonville State's going to try to get something to get Tandy going here early in the second half, don't you think? I mean, as good as they've been here today, they rely so much on 24.
Yeah, and Lipscomb's over there face guarding him. So it's like they're obviously selling out to not let him get started.
3 ball splashes through. JUWAN PERDUE knocks it down. 10 points now for the senior.
Yeah, and so that kind of what it kind of opens you up to that. If you're going to face guard Tandy and kind of play 4-on-4.
PERDUE, speaking of 4-on-4, he's 4-4 in this ball game, including 2 of 2 from deep. This team's veteran is making an impact. That one knocked away. Dean got it back, floats one up. No, Nicholson pulls the rebound. With that board, Nicholson has himself a double-double tonight.
Yeah, they tried a little penetration. Dean to lob to Pickney, and Nicholson read it perfectly and broke it up midair.
Tandy finally gets an open look. Too strong. Offensive rebound. PERDUE has it. Fading away, and it goes down.
Make it 5 for 5, Matt.
Like your order at Arby's today. 5 for 5. JUWAN PERDUE with 12 to lead the way. Dean tries to answer, and he does.
Well, when you're seeing Jacksonville State kind of a lot of guys contributing, that's kind of the vision of what you think, what a lot of people thought this team could be. certainly what Coach Harper thought this team could be.
Perdue, he was wanting to feed the post. That's taken away. Now he's looking for help.
Got to get rid of it here.
Hands off to Tandy. Into traffic, throws him a wild shot. No, deflected, still loose. Finally picked up, nearly lost, and FIU finally comes away with it. Hawkins slow to get up.
Oh man, he's breathing. He got the wind knocked out of him or something.
Dean with it on the wing. Gets the screen from Pinckney. Gets it to Lipscomb, top of the key. His three goes down.
Big time shot.
That one falls out of the rafters. Jaden Lipscomb's first bucket of the ball game. And we're back to a one-possession contest.
Big time shot, and then Lipscomb jumps up and gets right in the face of Tandy. Over there in that far court, he's just going to chase him and face guard him. They just do not want to let him get going.
Reynolds, a lot of dribbling in this possession. Shot clock winding down. Brigham pulls up in the lane. Can't connect. Dean pulls the rebound. Now being hounded. Passes up ahead. Poked away from behind. Nicholson grabs it.
Yeah,
Jack State forcing the turnover. The lead for Nicholson. And he's fouled as he went strong to the rim. And that's going to be number 3 on Wilcox.
Yeah, Pinckney got a little too casual with the ball, bringing it up. Certainly sort of uncharted territory for him. And
don't ask that of your 7-1 center all that often.
Who's sat a lot of that first half with foul trouble. And yeah, Jacksonville State doing some turnovers, causing some turnovers of their own and leading to points.
Nicholson. Oh, that hung on the rim and rims off. It's now 3 of 5 from the free throw line today. As a team, Jacksonville State just 5 of 10. Official making sure everybody is being physical but not over the top as he has a quick conversation with Brigham and Lipscomb.
His arms to get a little too wide, and but no, it's been a hard-fought game, a physical game, but it's been a clean game, and that's what you want to see in tournament time.
4-point lead for the Gamecocks. Dean, full-headed steam. Oh, the finger roll! Dropping it over the head to the big fella who is coming over.
That was beautiful. Arturo Dean can just do it all.
I mean, he's 5'11", yeah, but you see the
going in amongst the trees.
This kid has. He was the freshman of the year in Conference USA last season, a third-team all-conference performer this year.
And that thing was just a fingernail above the outstretched arms of Nicholson.
And that's turned over. Yeah. Brigham dribbles it off his foot as he was being pressured. 9th turnover of the ball game for Jacksonville State. Oh my.
That's just pretty. Yeah, they get the turnover, man. Lipscomb's pumping his fist, and they feed off this.
Oh,
they really, I mean, it's not just, you know, getting points. That brings you energy.
Well, you got the sense, you know, you and I got the chance to go to both shoot-arounds.
Yeah.
This is an emotional FIU team. So you're talking about feeding off of it. Yeah, a little momentum, a little spark here and there. This team is a very emotional group, which can be a great thing when things start going your way.
Yeah, they were whooping it up and shooting around, man. They were having a good time. They were loose, and it's really showing right now.
That one in traffic. I don't know how FIU held onto that basketball. Dean comes out of it with the three off the mark. The rebound pulled by Perdue. Clark ahead of the pack. Pump fakes, now hands off. Bernie with the left hand for 2. A rare fast break opportunity for Jacksonville State.
Quincy Clark took a gamble. Leaked out. Like you did when you play in the park.
That's
you know, just send one guy long and just
always one guy that was always doing
cherry picking.
That's right. Pitch gives it up. Gets it right back. Free throw line, runs into contact, kicks out. 3 ball coming, and it's pure. Jaden Brewer knocks it down. The sophomore guard with the big bucket. FIU not going away. It's a 1-point ball game.
Yeah, they really had the paint covered. Krivakopich went in there and ran into bodies, but knew then that if everybody's occupied in the paint, he could kick it out to Brewer. Brewer got a great look and made it count.
Reynolds on the run. That one goes down. You get the sense these two teams have kind of started to settle in, right? As a foul called. Or did they get Dean for an offensive? Oh, that's huge. Dean with a little extension of the arm, and that's number 3 on Arturo Dean. A big call takes us to a timeout. Jack State leading by 3.
Spring break mode is on. We got the $18.99 all-you-can-play pass.
Oh, it's on.
So we can do all the activities like 100 gazillion times today?
Yup. Times infinity.
What's your winning streak up to? I was at track.
Woo!
Not the dance.
No, you want to.
Get it, honey.
Get the all-you-can-play pass. You can play as much as you want.
Points, rebounds, steals, and assists. It's a special play.
Well, he's going to have a seat right now with those 3 fouls.
Yeah, I think that's good.
Coach Ballard keeps him over there.
Yeah, you know, you're at the 14-minute mark. Give him a little rest as well. Let him get his head. He plays so aggressively.
It's a pretty turnaround by Lang Burney. He's got 4 points all in the second half. Back to a 5-point advantage for the Gamecocks. Vakovic hit 2 big threes in the first half. Gets it to Brewer.
Keep watching penetrations. Yeah,
Tough.
That was really tough.
Brewer now with 7. We mentioned he's been playing well here of late. He's averaged 18 points per game over his last 3. So far tonight, he's got 7.
Yeah, they kind of lull you to sleep with some dribble. Oh,
Clark really getting that arm extended. No whistle. Jacksonville State, though, with another offensive rebound. Perdue through the lane, draws the foul. So the offensive rebound going to get him an opportunity now at the free throw line.
As we say, they'll get some exchanges and create a little movement, and then you got to just be ready because they got several guys. That time it was Brewer, man. They'll just attack off the dribble. Great elevation by Brewer, and again took contact. Nice finish.
They got Pinckney on the whistle there, so that's number 3 on him. And as I say that, Arturo Dean has already made his way to the scorer's table. So that was a quick rest.
Yeah, about a minute.
And he's right back in there.
And again, you just got to trust him. I mean, again, Coach Ballard trusts him to kind of make those reads and decisions on the defensive end. So he just said, you know, you got to be who you are. And he's at his best. So you just got to trust him to go out there and not try to pick up his 4th.
Too strong. The second one, fight for the rebound. Jacksonville State comes away with it.
You know, from the second position, you just cannot allow that to happen.
That has been the story in this game. Handoff to Andy, lost the handle and stole it. Brewer comes away with it. Spinning off the window for 2.
That was beautiful by Brewer.
Jaden Brewer coming alive in the second half.
It's so quick, Matt. You lose the ball for a second, and they are off and running.
Clark, crossover, gets to the free throw line. Oh, how about that pass? Nifty bounce pass. Brigham just unable to get the handle. Here's the steal a moment ago.
Yeah, I mean, this is a tough, you're running full speed to gather that ball, spin under control to not travel. That is a big-time finish right there.
FIU a chance to tie or take the lead on this possession. Dean takes the contact, and he'll get himself to the line. Listen, Naz, he knew exactly how that possession was playing out, and it didn't involve any of the other 4 guys on the court.
And he saw, I mean, he turned the corner, saw big number 50 waiting on him, and he did not back down, almost ends up in the band.
So Dean gets himself to the strike.
Which, knowing Dean, he probably can play an instrument or 2. I mean, he can do anything.
Gets the friendly roll. Arturo Dean now with 14. One more free throw coming, a chance to tie this game up. Left it short. Gamecocks clinging to a 1-point lead. Both teams shooting over 50% here in the second half. The offenses have kind of started to find their stride. This guy has yet to, though. Tandy, tough pull-up, left it short. Rebound to FIU. Tandy still with just 2 points on the night.
Yeah, they've got a guy still chasing them.
The layup is good. Grant gets it to go, and FIU goes on top for the first time since it was 2-0.
Amazing. They are just, it's just a gutsy, grinded out performance that's keeping them in this.
Brigham, 3-ball, bucket, and the foul.
Oh my goodness.
How about that answer from Marcellus Brigham?
Man, we talked about him and Purdue. They're having just really good games and especially needing it because Tandy's still been held in check. Look at this, gathers himself with Brewer running at him.
Brigham now with 13 points, and you talk about an answer. It felt like FIU had just had all the momentum.
Took one possession to hit a big-time three with a chance at a 4-point play. Just back and forth. Hey, it's March Conference Championship basketball.
And for the second time in this game, a 4-point play. Brigham getting it done that time. He's got 14 to lead the Gamecocks.
Well, what they've been doing is bringing the 5 out right there again and creating.
Pinckney there for the follow. Dean couldn't convert. Pinckney lays it in, and now an injury as Quincy Clark is down.
I was just going to say they've been kind of running some offense where they're bringing the 5 out, which brings Nicholson's away from the basket, and they've had some success.
Well, this game looks like it could be a great one as we go down to the final 11:53.
Ready to be blown open, and they just kept hanging onto that rope, and they pulled themselves back into this thing.
Saw Quincy Clark leave the court there before that timeout. It might be a cramp. He's been getting stretched out over on the sideline.
Yeah, he reached down, and that's scary because I thought it was his ankle, but it looks like they're stretching out his calf.
That one thrown away, stolen. Dean ahead of the pack to Kravakovic. Pump fake, dribble, goes up and lays it in for 2.
Wow, great composure by Kravakovic. Gathered himself, didn't rush the shot. Knew some guys were flying by. Good patience in a finish.
Brigham, full head of steam. Oh, it spiked into the court.
And so was Pinckney.
Just came over, all 7-1 of them.
Spiked the ball and landed himself on the floor. And
the big fella who has been limited due to foul trouble, but makes an impact on that possession.
yeah, went high to avoid the foul call. And good to see him bounce right back up.
Foul called as FIU trying to defend Kiki Tandy. You just keep waiting for Tandy to find it.
Well, and that time what happened, he caught it so deep in the corner, FIU was going to run a trap down on him, and they just got a little too aggressive and fouled him. But you can see they've just completely committed to not letting him get going. Now it's Grant that's chasing him around. Look, I mean, face guarding him all the way over here, away from the ball.
Purdue has that one blocked. Pinckney with back-to-back blocks. Kravakovic on the run. Gets it back on the wing. Dean, little hesitation, drive, kick, 3-ball is pure. George Pridgett Jr. knocks it down.
Great patience and ball movement by the Panthers. I think they thought there was a timeout, but
as they play on.
Yeah. What a play right there.
FIU now 8 of 16 from beyond the arc. That has been one of the major differences in this ball game.
Yep, that was one of my keys for them. You know, you gotta hit the threes. They're the second leading team in the conference. Jacksonville State held them down for a while, but now they are burning up the net beyond the arc.
A 7-0 run for FIU.
How about Pinckney? 2 big blocks.
Reynolds. I wasn't sure if he was lobbing that to the rim or shooting it.
He was flat-footed. And Looked like a shot put, but it went right in.
So cuts that FIU lead back down to 2. Just over 10 minutes remaining in this second half. Dean has it. Under 10 on the shot clock. Pump fake. Step back, long 2, well off the mark. Kind of forced that one up.
Yeah. Off balance and not the best shot.
Monte Hawkins and Quincy Clark set to check in at the next dead ball. Reynolds, a lot of dribbling, trying to find Kiki Tandy. He does. Spins into traffic, rises up, can't connect. Ball taken away by FIU. Pass ahead, dangerous one, nearly stolen. Dean gets it back. Kravaca pitch by himself.
Arturo Dean just has no speed, but full speed. It's amazing. Look at him, he's not even breathing hard over there.
I'm breathing hard just calling this game.
That kid's amazing.
Dean with 14 points, 3 rebounds, now 4 assists on the night. What a factor he's been. Nicholson, oh, there's the big man. He'd been quiet for a while. They feed him there, cutting to the hoop.
Yeah, I was just sort of thinking, get him a touch. But that time he leaked up to the free throw line and the penetration drew the attention. He makes a nice basket cut and a fine for the flush.
A new career high, 14 points now for Mason Nicholson. Not a bad time to do it.
Yeah.
Kravaca pitch, beyond the arc, puts it on the deck, kick out. 3 ball, left it short, and touched the backside of the backboard. So Pridgett's 3 off the mark. And it'll be Jacksonville State ball. Nicholson's also, let's say, all-academic team, Naz, and he's smart enough to know from that range, it's a high percentage look.
But yeah, no, he understands the game, and you saw it right there. You know, his teammate is penetrating, his man left to go trap, he's wide open, he don't just stand. He made a nice basket cut so they could get it to him for the finish.
Quincy Clark back on the floor, that's good news for Jacksonville State. He has 8 assists in this ball game.
Yeah, his penetration, sometimes it's a floater, but a lot of times he'll find a teammate. Yep, you're not stopping that one right there.
Kiki Tandy said, I've had enough. I'm getting to the rim. Just his second bucket of the ball game, and we are knotted at 60. Hawkins drives with the left hand, hands off now. Kravaca pitch, backdoor cut, into the big fella, couldn't convert, and Jack State comes away with it. Kravaca pitch wanted a foul called, and he may have a case.
A lot of body on that, and I know it's tournament time, so you got to really force those officials to make the call.
And now a foul away from the ball. It's going to go against FIU. I think they're going to get Dante Wilcox, and that'll be number 4 on him. You can get to the under 8 timeout. 60-60, 7:33 to go.
Wants to get himself going. We saw him get a basket right there.
He just hit the deck. Hard. Dean fortunate not to be whistled for a foul as he kind of got tangled up with him.
But I was going to say it, Tandy, you don't want to just don't seek points. Like, just don't get them when you can, but don't take yourself out of some great offense they've been running.
Fade away, off the mark. Jaden Brewer pulls the rebound. Tie ball game, just over 7 minutes to go. Arturo Dean gets to the free throw line. Now looking for help out to Hawkins. Hawkins has yet to score here in the second half.
Yeah, hit that big 3 going into halftime and been quiet ever since.
Brewer, Bezo KK in the paint, lost the handle. Brewer got it back, up, under, couldn't convert. Nearly a great play on the other side of the rim, but it doesn't fall. Tandy with the basketball now. Jacksonville State gonna slow it down.
Yeah, let's see if they kind of run some ball screens for him and kind of let him work, but I don't want him to force it.
Comes the trap, he passes out of it. Feed to Perdue down low. Pump fake, great pump fake, got Brewer in the air.
Yeah, good basketball right there. Kiki ran into the trap, didn't panic. Quick ball reversal to find the basket in the paint there from Perdue.
being guarded by Quincy Clark. Cut off.
Yeah, Clark doing a real good job.
Dean, pump fake, gonna drive. Knifing through defenders, lays it up in the soft touch with the right hand. Arturo Dean has 16.
Yeah, and he saw, you know, with Nicholson out, getting a rest, that paint becomes a lot more welcoming.
Clark kicks, Perdue got his man in the air. He drives into traffic and lays it in with the left. Back and forth we go, these two offenses exchanging blows.
Yeah, and from the 4 spot, I mean, Perdue is really versatile. I mean, you saw him, he can hit the 3, he can take it off the dribble, great around the basket.
It's the season high tonight for JUWAN Perdue with 17. Dean, crossover, was so crafty with the dribble, now picks it up. Gets it out to Brewer, 6 on the shot clock. Kicks, corner 3, on the way, it's pure!
Wow!
Dante Wilcox knocks it down from deep. And now, going out of bounds, it will stay with Jacksonville State.
Yeah, Brewer jumped the route there and got the deflection, but
Wilcox Nads coming into the night, 2 of 4 from 3-point range on the season. That's 50%, so you like that. But not a whole lot of opportunities.
Not a lot of reps,
Yeah.
but I'm telling you, that's trust. That's Marsh. You know your teammates. He knew the clock was running down. Probably not time for another pass. Man, just stepped up. That was a gutsy shot by Wilcox.
FIU now 9 of 18 from 3-point range. That, for them, has been the key.
Dean's got to be careful here.
Tandy.
Yeah, they're trying to trap him.
Lobs it, good feed. Bernie goes into the big fella, and that foul, if it goes on Pinckney, will be number 4.
Right there, the play was made right there by Perdue. I mean, that ball's going out of bounds, not only to save it, but to kind of make the pass.
That is on Pinckney. He's screaming at Jeremy Ballard saying, no, 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 trust me, trust me, trust me. And Coach Ballard saying, no, 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 we're coming to get you.
Yeah, with Nicholson on the bench, you probably could pull Pinckney for just a spell.
Free throw well short.
Yeah.
Pinckney will make his way out as they get Brewer back to the ball game.
Yeah, both teams, you know, kind of small, if you will, but
one more free throw. Only 60% from the stripe on the year. And he gets the second.
all right, well.
Now, as you say,
Ray Harper counters.
right, he said, all right.
We'll play some coaching strategy right here. So let's see. I mean, they got to play defense, and so that cuts down on your penetrations if they keep Nicholson kind of lurking in the paint there.
Dean was trying to find Kravakovic. Brigham covered him up.
Chasing him. Let's see if Brewer can.
Wilcox hands off. Dean. So quick. Gets up off the window for 2. He just explodes off the floor.
Quick on his cut and just quick to get that basketball up onto the glass. Once it hits that glass, it's safe, and he snuck it in there before Mason Nicholson could come over.
Andy forced to give it up.
Good rotations, FIU. They trap and get out of it, but don't give up anything easy.
Reynolds uses the screen, lobs to the rim, comes up short, fight for the rebound, taken by guess who? Arturo Dean on the move. Kick out, Hawkins in rhythm, dribble, and it goes down!
My goodness.
First bucket of the second half for Javante Hawkins, and it's a 3-ball that puts FIU up 5. This Panther squad has battled all night long, and they lead it by 5 with 4 to play.
Just have no quit in them, and they just look at it.
And that's thrown away. And And that's part of what Ray Harper was stressing to his team. When they score, that also allows them to then set up that pressure, which is so dangerous.
And you get a steal or a bucket, and I'm telling you, it just energizes this group.
Dean, three ball, left it short.
Good
and Nicholson pulls the rebound. Boy, that would have been huge.
Yeah, they need a basket here. I mean, Perdue's been hot. Tandy, you know, he's been a great, I mean, he's not scoring, but he's been a great decoy.
Nearly lost the handle. He did lose it. Stolen by Dean. He is a one-man wrecking crew here in the second half.
He's absolutely, you see why he leads the country in steals.
Hawkins between the leg dribble, trying to free himself.
Yeah, good patience.
Drives into the big fellas and threw it away. No whistle as Hawkins hit the deck. He has taken a lot of contact tonight.
Tough kid, man. He landed hard on his elbow or wrist. Yeah, he was trying to, he got up in the air and drew Nicholson over. He was trying to leave it off, I believe, for Wilcox. But the contact just made the ball fly out of bounds.
Hawkins will have a seat. You would imagine it wouldn't be for long. Jacksonville State just trying to handle this defensive pressure. FIU has cranked it up.
Yeah, they've not gotten a run half-court offense the last couple possessions.
Clark trying to feed the post. They get it into Nicholson. Got the size advantage, goes to the right hand, off the mark, tapped out, taken by FIU.
But things were frantic. I like that. Settle it down, give the big fella a touch and play out of that. He got a nice look. It didn't fall, but he's got a nice little baby hook.
Now it's FIU starting to slow things down just a little bit.
Yeah, you're up 5, run a little clock, get a little rest.
Dean now gonna attack and threw it away. He was looking for the cutting Brewer, couldn't find him, and so these two offenses,
just
a little out of sorts here the last couple of possessions, a flurry of turnovers.
But that's kind of how they trick you. You know, you see Arturo Deans go down the paint so many times and score, and then your eyes go there, and cutting along the baseline is in someone else. That time it was Brewer, they just don't connect on it, but it's...
Strong move. Quincy Clark had not scored tonight, but beat the defender and lays it in for a quick 2.
Yeah, we talk about his penetration ability. A lot of times it's penetrate the pass. He's a great creator, but he's got a nice little short game, little floater game, and that time he gets the Gamecocks a much-needed basket.
FIU inbound. Here's some pressure now from Jacksonville State.
Oh, there's a trap. Okay.
Nearly thrown away. Dean just got a hand on it in time.
Yeah, Quincy Clark playing some really good D, making things difficult for the Panthers.
Dean behind the back dribble, nearly lost it and now fouled as Brigham came out to defend him. So Brigham knocks him down. FIU basketball shot clock resets to 20, just under 2 minutes to go.
And Jacksonville's done a good job.
Yeah, just 2 team fouls here at the stage. So
fouls to give.
Dean backs it out, 8 on the shot clock. Boy, Nicholson was a long way from home there. The big man had to hustle back. Hawkins in rhythm 3, off the mark. Knocked away and grabbed by Brigham. Big defensive stop by Jacksonville State.
Clark's been good kind of creating stuff. Keep the ball in his hands, let him play out of it.
Yep. He leaves it off. Nicholson drawing the contact, gets fouled, could not convert, but he'll get to the free throw line. They got that one on Ravakovic. But honestly, if you're FIU, sending the big man to the free throw line isn't the worst thing in the world anyway.
Don't give him an easy layup or certainly a dunk.
48% free throw shooter.
Yeah, so
today 4 of 6.
So good foul. He may have a little blood or something on his uniform. He's going over there.
I'm surprised they don't all have blood on their uniform the way the last 5 or 6 minutes have gone in this ball game.
Yeah, people have been bodies crashing, people hitting the floor.
So they'll tend to that. Nicholson heads to the free throw line. 1:24 remaining, 3-point ball game. You said it. Quincy Clark, what a job he has done, not in its scoring,
right,
but being a creator. 8 assists, 8 of his team's 14 assists. He has made that offense go when Tandy hasn't really been able to be a big part of it.
Yeah, and you know, again, if FIU is going to sell out and just face guard Tandy and chase him all over the place, then play 4-on-4. That opens things up, and Clark's done a real nice job of penetrating and creating, making some nice dishes.
First free throw comes up short. One more for Nicholson. Meanwhile, Seth Pinckney checks back in with his 4 fouls.
And FIU, I mean, they got to just keep doing what they're doing. I mean, they run some exchanges, penetration to pass.
He missed them both.
Yeah, let Arturo Dean create. You know, if he can turn the corner and get into the paint, good things have been happening. Oh,
Dean
yeah,
takes the foul as Nicholson nearly ended up in your lap there for a minute. Now,
I don't want any part of that.
You would not have won that. Yeah,
I would have lost that battle, but yeah, I mean, again, he's wanting to do the right thing, to get out and kind of cut off that dribble penetration, but he gets out there late with a bad angle and just fouls Dean.
Honestly, though, still just only 3 team fouls.
Yeah,
it's not the worst thing in the world either to get yourself closer.
You're right. So that's key. You got a defense that's played smart without fouling. They got some fouls to give without sending the other team, without sending the Panthers to the free throw line.
Vakovic deflected and will stay with FIU. Boy, we were kind of screened there. We couldn't tell if he just threw that one away. He was trying to connect with Arturo Dean. And I think sensing a little bit of a frantic possession there, Jeremy Ballard wants to talk about
getting close to a 5-second call, too, after he picked up his dribble. So
109 remaining. 3-point ball game. FIU still with possession, 14 on the shot clock.
Yeah, and a good timeout there, because, I mean, this is huge. If you can set up a play and get a basket and make this a 2-possession game with about a minute left, you're in a lot better shape right now than a 3-point lead.
I mean, if you're wondering about FIU in these kind of situations, just look at their last couple of wins. 2-point win over Western Kentucky. 5-point win, they held on to beat Liberty. Like, they've been in some tight ones as well. They're trying to hold on and advance to face the #1 seed Sam Houston tomorrow. Neither of these teams, boy, coaches always say, oh, we want to play our best ball.
Yeah.
And neither of these teams were doing that. FIU a 3-game losing streak, or excuse me, back-to-back losses. Jacksonville State a 3-game losing streak. But boy, they have turned it up and played some really good basketball here tonight.
Yeah, and that's what the conference tournament does. Everybody's 0-0. There's a freeing aspect to that, and you can just shake off whatever, you know, disappointments you had in the regular season, and you got one for all the marbles.
Hawkins, 3-ball, big-time shot.
That was huge.
Clark quickly the other way, throws up a wild shot. No, still on the deck, being kicked around. Jack State comes away with it. And that one's stolen. Dean picks it off, and he's fouled with 49 seconds left.
When the game gets chaotic like that, that's exactly what FIU wants. That's how it's like blood in the water and sharks. I mean, they hit that basket, and Jacksonville State got a little frantic, and it fed right into another turnover, another steal.
Arturo Dean thrives in the chaos. That's what he lives for.
He is a prowling panther, deadly. Amazing, amazing. And look at him. I mean, still, he's not even breathing hard. The kid has an unbelievable motor, just plays all out every second he's out there.
Vakovic gets it to him. And a foul call on Quincy Clark. That's the 5th team foul on Jacksonville State.
Yeah, so now look for Jacksonville State to come up. They're going to bring pressure.
If you're thinking ahead for FIU, who do you want on the line? Hawkins, 80% would be your best bet if you can get him the basketball.
Yeah, Dean, not great from the free throw line, but you got to trust him out there.
They get it to him. He's not thinking about the free throw line. He was thinking about getting to the rim.
Yeah, he went right into the body of the defender.
So he'll get to the stripe now.
Yeah, you're right, man. He wasn't even really looking.
Like typically you're thinking, all right, you try to pull it out, maybe try to burn a little clock. No, he had his eyes on the rim. Dean on the season, about a 65% free throw shooter. That one left short. We've seen some of those free throws on both sides coming up short here, and who can blame them?
Yeah. Coach Ballard telling him, relax, relax. He looked a little stiff on that one. I like to see a little more knee bend on his second shot here.
This one a big one, trying to push that lead to 7. Left it short as well. They're leaving the door open a crack. Purdue nearly turned it over. Hands off to Clark.
Yeah, you don't need a 3. You got to go quick, but
Clark, step back, 3 ball on the way, too strong. Chase for the rebound. Batted around, Dean comes away with it. Hangs, hits, bucket, foul, dagger.
We highlighted him for a reason. He does everything. You're just seeing this kid just take over this game. Loose ball. My money's on Arturo Dean. He comes out with it. Great finish in the foul.
We talked about.
And he's got to be over 100 steals on this.
Oh, he's over now. He's got the single season record, no doubt.
Amazing.
20 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. And we talked about who would be the aggressor, who would be that team that, well, in the second half, that team has been FIU, and they've been led by Arturo Dean. An 8-point lead as the Panthers look to close this thing out.
Spot up in transition. I mean, some tough ones they hit.
FIU is shooting almost 59% from the field here in the second.
Don't foul if you're FIU.
3 ball from Brigham. Off the mark, rebound for Pinckney, puts it in the hands of Dean. Now Hawkins will take it, and they're gonna let this clock run out.
What a gutsy performance by FIU.
FIU looked dead in the water at times in that first half, but they just didn't quit. They didn't let go of the rope.
They did not. They believe. We heard Coach Ballard say that as they circled up at shoot around. They said, guys, this is all we need. Who we have is all we need. Believe, and they did, and they come out of here with a victory.
He said, our best is good enough to beat anybody in this league. They were at their best in the second half of tonight's ball game, and they end up knocking off Jacksonville State and advancing to the quarterfinals tomorrow. So here's a look at the updated bracket. It'll be Sam Houston and FIU squaring off tomorrow night, 6:30 Eastern in that ball game, as the Panthers find a way to get it done and advance. Oh, by the way, FIU did beat Sam Houston earlier this year, back on the 3rd of February.
Yeah,
so
that's another thing that makes this tournament. There's a lot of teams and combinations that split their 2 games over the course of the regular